So for dessert, I'm making my chocolate hazelnut version. I'm gonna start by making the cakey shell. 2 tablespoons of neutral oil. I've got golden syrup here. It's an inverted sugar syrup, which means that the sugar doesn't crystallize. It allows the shell of the cake to stay soft and crumbly in the oven. 4 tablespoons of the golden syrup. You can definitely find it online or at some specialty grocery stores. Half a teaspoon of lye water. It helps the shell of the mooncake achieve its signature golden brown color. Whisk it until it's smooth. So my friend Heather is coming over, and she has 2 super sweet sons, Will and Jack. And a couple of years ago, they were learning about the Lunar New Year, and they were asking me about it. So because of that, I just assumed that they want to learn about other celebrations in China. We're gonna light some lanterns, eat mooncakes, have a feast. I can't wait. Okay. 1 cup of all-purpose flour and a good pinch of salt. I'll fold this into a dough. This is a very thick, crumbly dough, which is by design because that's how it holds its really intricate shape on top. I wanna make sure all of these crumbles pile into a ball. And now I'll wrap this in plastic wrap so it doesn't dry out and just set it aside while I make my filling. Most typically, you would find mooncakes with sweet bean or lotus or egg yolk filling, but I'm doing the Grand Forks traditional filling of chocolate and hazelnut because that is what I want to eat. And I'm gonna start by melting 1 cup of milk chocolate chips. I've got a double boiler going here, just heat-safe bowl over a pot of simmering water. I'll combine this with half a cup of unsweetened hazelnut butter. Chocolate and hazelnut are a match made in mooncake heaven. Almost like a peanut butter cup filling, but richer because the chocolate is in the filling as well. I'll stir this as I go just to ensure that everything is melting together smoothly. I mean, hand me a spoon right now. Okay, now that this is smooth, I can turn off the heat, and 1 cup of powdered sugar will add more sweetness and help the filling to thicken. And a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder will bump up the chocolatiness. A couple of good pinches of salt will balance out the sweetness. It'll be almost a dough-like consistency because I want it to hold its shape while I'm molding the mooncakes. Think of these as sweet little dumplings. Get this off the heat. I don't want it to be hot as I'm filling the mooncakes. It'll seem dry and crumbly at first, but the more you work it, it should come together into the stiff cookie dough. Basically, chocolate clay is what I'm looking for. So once it holds together, when I squeeze them in my hand, I can start to form balls. I want to get 12 of them, which I'll then encase in their shells. These are gonna be delicious. I'll cover these up and then roll 12 balls with the shell dough. I'll keep these dough balls covered too so that they don't dry out. And now the fun part. I've got special mooncake molds, which you can get at Asian grocery stores or online. Or if you don't have these, you can also use a cupcake tin to mold or just go freeform. Got a ball. I'll flatten out the dough into a very thin circle, about 3 inches in diameter. I'll mold this dough around the chocolate filling, making sure to seal it in completely. I'll roll it again until it's smooth. Dust with a bit of flour so that it doesn't stick to the mooncake mold. It's easiest to roll it around on your counter. Place it into my mold. Boop, 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 boop. Place it on the counter. Press it down firmly so that the dough can get into all of those intricate crevices. Ta-da! I mean, that calls for a festival. Okay, I'll keep on pressing. And then bake at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. Oh yeah, that looks good. And this first bake allows the design to lock in place and firm up. And now a coating of egg wash will help them brown and get shiny. I'm smelling that dark golden syrup. Now another 8 minutes in the oven will allow these to deepen in color and finish up their baking. It's time. Oh, baby. These are stunning, they're golden. I'm gonna plate these up. What's nice about these is that they're pretty sturdy, even though the design is intricate. You're not really gonna mess them up at this point. It's not like a frosting design. Hello, hello. Darn it, I don't think this one's gonna fit on the cake stand. The shell is a little bit crisp, and that chocolate hazelnut center is completely addictive. I am over the moon about these.